Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Johnny Paycheck coming at you from the dirty Duval. It's a great day here in the Sunshine State, so I want to jump on and tell you to quit wasting time going to smoke shops and jiffy stores to get your smoking materials. Enjoy your day and have that shit sent right to your house. Keep it simple, stoner. Stop spending all your De Niro, Scratch, Skrilla, whatever you call it, on all that shit too, and go to dollarblazeclub.com and use promo code CWPR25 and get 25% off. That's the highest discount you'll see anywhere. And if there's one thing the Red knows, it's how high. Timbo! What's up, y'all? This is Paycheck and Red.
And we just wanted to hop on real quick and let you know about Roughneck Beard Company.
As the epitome of growth, beards are often the first impression. Roughneck believes that to make the best impression on the world, that beard should represent you. They believe that every man should have the tools they need to reach their own beard excellence and the confidence to grow personally alongside their facial hair. Itchy, dry, and patchy beards are a problem that no man should have to live with in order to be bearded and proud.
Roughneck Beard Company uses locally sourced, as often as possible, 100% all-natural and organic ingredients combined with a fine-tuned balance of science and art to pack the most beard benefit into each of their premium products. Roughneck Beard Company are facial hair professionals. They know beards and mustaches inside and out, and they offer that knowledge to you via these products in hopes that every beard and beard-to-be will find the tools for the job readily available.
You can go find Roughneck at roughneckbeardcompany.com
and put in promo code Paycheck15 to save 15% off of your order.
Growth in all things.
What's up, party people? This is Conversations with Paycheck and Red.
an inappropriate comedy podcast.
Have you ever taken a photo of your own butthole?
Do you enjoy the smell of hot dog water?
Do you have random conversations about dildos?
Well, this is the podcast for you.
Just two good old boys who have no holds barred conversation.
All while laughing inappropriately.
Yep, that's right, listeners. Paycheck and Red have gotten themselves into another inappropriate conversation.
Three, two. What's up, motherfuckers? Thanks for lounging with us again today. I'm Paycheck, and as always, I'm with my boy Red.
What's up, party people? This episode is brought to you by Red's Bong Rips, keeping clear eyes in business since 420.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. And that's a nice segue into this week's Dirty Joke of the Week.
Dirty joke of the week. Dirty joke of the week. Dirty joke of the week. So the teacher asked the kids what they wanted to be when they grew up. Little Johnny stood up real quick and he said, I want to be a billionaire, go to expensive clubs, find a bitch there, buy her $1 million apartment in Vegas, buy her a Ferrari and a beachfront house in Malibu. I want to buy her a private jet and expensive jewelry and screw her 3 or 4 times a day. Teacher was at a loss for words and didn't know what to say or do, so she just proceeded. Susie, what would you like to be when you grow up? Little Susie stood up real quick. She said, I want to be Johnny's bitch.
Hell yeah. Well, Johnny's got it going on, boy. I hope he's got some bread, some of that cream, some of that Skrilla. All that costs some money.
Money. Yes, sir.
Money. Cash money. What's up with you? How's things? How's life? How's all that good stuff?
Good, man. Good, man. Working, paying the bills. How about you?
Nothing wrong with that.
How about you?
Same old. Working, paying bills, doing this MMA thing. I got my ass kicked all morning this morning. 2 hours of fighting nonstop. I had to test out of my boxing class and my kickboxing class so I can get into the advanced classes. Because my schedule's fucked up, dude. In order for me to make these classes, I have to be at the gym by 6 o'clock. My daughter goes with me, and she's got to be there by 5 p.m. Most motherfuckers don't get off work till 5 p.m.
Right.
So it's been a fucking struggle. So yeah, same old work. Just trying to do the damn thing. Trying to live the best life I can live. Peaks and valleys. You know what I mean?
It sounds like you're going through a midlife crisis, man.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I really do. Because in the past year, I've gotten married. I bought a car. I bought a Harley. I bought an AK-47. I joined an MMA class. I bought another bully puppy.
And you're president of a motorcycle club.
Yep, and I was promoted to president of the club that I'm in.
All you need now is a fucking small sports car, and you'll be complete. Your crisis.
Yeah, I'm not into the small sports cars. I'd rather have a big truck.
Either way, it's the same thing.
Now I would like a muscle car. That'd be dope. I'd like to have me a little '67 Chevelle.
Oh yeah.
That's my muscle car of choice. A Chevelle. I've always liked the Chevelles.
Yeah.
Not the band though. I mean, they had one good song, and that was about it, you know. I mean, we can only cover, one, maybe two colors out of the fucking crayons. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So you want to tell these fine people what we're talking about today?
Yeah, I'm actually excited about this one. This one's gonna be fun. It's gonna be funny. This is an inappropriate comedy podcast, so what better topic than fingering? Here, smell my finger.
Dude, smell my finger.
Oh, that smells like you stuck one in the stink.
It smells like butterscotch and hot chocolate. What the fuck is that?
Butterscotch and hot chocolate. Yeah, so what is fingering? And it's I guess it's a form of foreplay, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But not so much as an adult. Fingering as foreplay. Well, no, I take that back.
Take that back.
Yeah, I think for when I was a kid, fingering was a way to have sexual contact with a female. You couldn't go to your house. I mean, traditionally, you can't go to your house. You can, and fool around. You can't go to her house and fool around. So it's usually in the car, maybe outside, leaning up against the car. You find a place, in a situation to put yourself into where you can have a little bit of sexual contact. So fingering was always the go-to. You know what I mean? Okay, we can't bang right now, but I can play with you a little bit, and you can play with me a little bit. You know what I mean? We can keep our clothes on, or we can just unbutton the pants or whatever. But as an adult, when's the last time you fingered somebody? You know what I mean? Outside of your house.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's been a while, right?
Outside of my house?
Or not out, but let's say outside of having sex with your wife at home. Like, it ain't often that you finger bang the old lady while y'all are on the way to the Piggly Wiggly. But back in the day when you were a teenager,
in the earlier parts of my marriage, there was a lot of playing around. So yeah, I've been married 19 years, so I'd say between 16 and 17 years.
Yeah, see? But in the house during coitus, during the foreplay.
Wait a minute, this is not the Discovery Channel, okay?
Well, the act of
Frank, can we even use coitus?
He says that if you can spell coitus, then we can use it. Can you spell coitus?
C-O-I-T-U-S. Coitus. Not to be confused with Curtis.
Did you say C-O-I-T-U-S?
Yes.
Okay, you are correct. Good job. We can use coitus. Thanks, Frank.
All right. So now, what were you talking about coitus now? No, that's cleared up. Thanks, Frank.
Yeah. As an adult, when you're making love to your old lady as an adult in your bedroom, is fingering, is that part of the use?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. All right. So, what do we consider fingering? What is fingering exactly? What do you think?
Well, any act of hand to vagina contact.
Yeah, but you don't have there doesn't have to be insertion for fingering, right?
That's what I'm saying. Any hand to vagina contact is fingering in the eyes of a male human being.
Wait. Hand to vagina?
Hand to it's fingers, right? You're not going to stick your foot in there, right? I mean, that's weird.
I thought you was palming that pussy or something.
Just saying hand. Fingers are connected to your hand vagina contact.
No, you have a hand and fingers. Your fingers are on your hand. When you hurt your hand, when you hurt your palm or your hand, you say, "Ah, damn it, I banged my damn hand." When you hurt a finger, you say finger. Damn it, I cut my damn finger, or I banged my finger.
But it's part of the hand.
Right. It is.
So hand to vagina contact is considered fingering in the eyes of the male human being.
Yeah, I'd agree that. Well, what about when you finger? Like finger count. I mean, I'm assuming you. Which one is your go-to finger? Do you have a go-to finger that you use?
It's the middle finger, dude. Always.
Yeah.
I whip it out like a switchblade knife.
Yeah. Yeah, but so you start with the middle finger, but then you end up throwing another finger in there. Now I go with the middle finger first, and then the pointer finger.
Yeah, I go ring finger next.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on the position, but there has been times where I've used two inserted, the middle finger and the ring finger inserted. The pointer finger is twitching back and forth on the clitoris, and then the pinky is just rubbing around. It's just running around in the taintal/anal region. You know what I mean? Some chicks, yeah, because some chicks don't like anal, but
is that word? Taintal?
I think so. Frank, can we use taintal? Is taintal a word? He says no. It is not, but he'll allow it.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks, Frank.
Yeah, but see, some chicks don't like anal, but everybody likes for their taintal area to be manipulated, caressed,
massage.
Yeah, massage.
Massage.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, normally.
So that's called what? There's a name for that, right? Two in the pink.
And one in the stink. We talked on top of each other a little bit there, so just to confirm, make sure everybody heard that there's only two in the pink.
Yeah.
And the third one is in the stink.
Is in the stink.
Okay, we don't want y'all to get confused, you know what I mean? Because that would end up in an awkward situation. You have to know, where you're going and what you're doing. Like, there's been a lot of times if you're making love to your wife at night, the lights are off, or if you're a young cat and you got your girl in the car, you driving down the road, you have to know the dynamics of a vagina. You have to know where things are. Oh, wait a minute. I think
You want to maneuver through the beef curtains. You got to know where to go and when.
Yeah. Well, because you're going in blind in a sense. I don't think no, I take that back, but you normally don't. You're not normally eye to eye with the vagina as you're fingering her. Unless you're down there, performing oral and throwing some fingers in there at the same time. So you have to know the dynamics of the fucking beef curtain, and some are big, some are little. You don't want to get caught trying to find the clitoris when you're still on the outside of the beef curtain.
Yeah, you'd be hot and heavy with your girl, and you start up top, first base, and you slide down a little farther and get to second base, and you slide your hand in her pants. You got to know where to go and when. There's rules and regulations.
Yeah, but before you even,
it's almost like you have to close your eyes and just imagine what it looks like and know where to go. It's almost like pussy braille. You know what I'm saying? Like each little button and fold and crease has a purpose and an erogenous zone, if you will.
Yeah, so you have to know how to.
You gotta know how to play with that thing, man.
You gotta know how to open up that curtain to get to the little man in the boat.
You gotta know when to hold it, and you gotta know when to fold
it. Yo. And you have to know how to read body language, because some chicks prefer a clitoral massage while others prefer an insertion massage. So you have to know, your partner and know what she prefers. And because I've been with some chicks that they didn't really, the insertion part did nothing for them. Like they didn't get off on that at all. Matter of fact, I've had some
where I scratched them.
You just wouldn't, wait a minute, you just wasn't rubbing the right part.
No. Well, yeah, in a sense, meaning that they prefer clitoral massage.
No, I'm talking about inside. You wasn't rubbing the right part. Come on, dude. Tell me you know where the G spot is.
Yeah, of course, but the G spot can only be manipulated at certain times of coitus. You are not going to be able to stimulate
science here. When I'm pulling science here, by the time you reaching that far deep up in that motherfucker, it's already past that anyway.
Right, but
so
you are not going to stimulate that G spot if you just slide them fingers in there and start going to town.
Of course not. You're not working with a fucking novice here. I know what I'm talking about. I'm talking later on in the game. I'm not talking about as soon as you start going.
Well, let's back up a little bit, and let's talk about nail etiquette. Okay, you can't be
Said you scratched somebody one time?
Yeah, I got a little too aggressive.
You gotta keep your nails clipped, man.
Yeah, I'm a dude. You know what I mean? I bite them off. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's a jagged edge. But that.
Are you sitting in the truck waiting to get loaded? You gotta file them down, man, to make them smooth.
No.
Get your little nail file. And...
No.
Come on, man. It's for your lady. It's for her.
No.
She'll thank you later.
No, I have man hands. But that's a good segue into nail etiquette or hygiene as far as your hands and your fingers. You can't be a damn diesel mechanic and come home and try to finger bang your old lady. You know what I mean? Clean your nails out.
No.
Wash your hands. Get all the grease and the oil. You ever seen that movie, Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet Jackson?
Yep.
And she was clowning him about his fingernails out there on the bench.
Yeah.
Dude, that has always stuck with me. And anytime, I've been with a woman, that crosses my mind like, damn, my fingers clean. What did I do today? You know what I mean?
Where's my fingers been?
Yeah. What did I get into today? I mean, I wasn't working on a car. Got a little bit of gasoline drippage on my finger.
Finger?
Yeah.
So do you keep your fingering fingers polished more than your regular fingers?
No, but I try to address my hygiene, a little more in depth if I know I'm getting me some. You know what I mean? I'll go that extra mile and make sure that my fingernails are clean, make sure I'm manscaped properly, make sure I get all the cheese up from between the ball sack and the leg. You know what I mean? It's hot here in Florida, son. It's hot.
Ball cheese?
Yeah, there's times where when you're in construction and you're sweating all day and you get that little, it's almost like some cotton from your drawers got caught up in between your leg and your nutsack and creates a little smell. I imagine it would if you're a bigger dude too.
I was just getting ready to say, y'all bigger fellas know what we talking about.
Yeah.
That shit is.
Throw some of that gold bond on there.
Oh, speaking of which, real quick, little side nugget for everybody. Paycheck and Red's getting ready to pick up another sponsor here shortly. It just got released on the Roughneck Beard Company line, a brother company, actually, sister company, whatever you want to call it, the American Rambler.
No, I think they changed it to the Rambling Man.
The Rambling Man, the American Rambler. Look it up on Facebook. They have junk powder.
Junk powder. Everybody needs some junk powder.
We even got to name this one, Paycheck. You know what it's called?
Yeah. Why don't you tell them?
Tainted Love.
Tainted Love.
So yeah.
A little bit of maintenance for that taint.
Yeah, it's a little bit of love for that. So keep your nails clean, fellas. Keep them trimmed. You don't want no jagged edges or no coke nails getting in the way.
Which is kind of ironic because if you do the two in the pink, one in the stink, you're literally sticking your finger in a butthole. You know what I mean? And you're worried about a little bit of grease you got in your damn fingernail.
Yeah, you need to keep the pinky nail cut back a little bit, past where it normally is, so you don't get no residuals when you on the backslide when you're coming out.
All right. So at any time
of the stink.
So at any time during your fingering days, have you ever pulled your finger out and there be blood or blood B, vaginal secretion. And I'm not talking about the good kind. I'm talking about she got a little color to it. You know what I mean? A little bit of greenery hanging out in there. Or C, uh, poop. You ever had poop on your stink finger?
Yes to A and C.
So you've never finger banged a bitch and she wasn't the cleanest, maybe had her a little STD, and
Or
instead of having that,
no, that's fucking disgusting, dude. No, never happened to me. Never.
listen, everybody gets chlamydia. Everybody gets chlamydia at some point in their life.
Not me. Not me. I am not that dude. So, one more important thing, I think, to segue into that would be the smell test. Yeah, every dude that's listening right now, every dude that is listening right now knows what the smell test is. If they don't, they need to reevaluate their life.
Well, a smell test. So
Smell test is part of the bro code. It's in there. Every dude knows what the smell test is.
well, how does one facilitate the smell test?
Well, when you're in the foreplay situation with your girl or your lady of the night or whatever the case may be, you reach your hand down in there, you diddle around a little bit till you find that wet crease right there, that wet fold. You stick your finger in it a little bit, waller it around.
That sounds disgusting the way you say it.
Get you a little bit of that, and you bring it back up. And then, nonchalantly while you're making out with her, you divert her attention somewhere else and you get you a little whiff of it.
Divert her attention somewhere else.
Yeah. Like your dick. I mean, that's yeah, like your dick.
Yeah.
And you reach around and get you wafted in your hand, you know what I'm saying? And if it don't pass the test, that's as far as you go. You finish making out with her, you come up with some reason why you got to go, and you dip out.
Come on.
If it smells decent, it's appeasing to the nose, continue and you rave on.
So you're telling me that you've allowed a not so clean vagina prevent you from having sex?
Absolutely.
So you're like you literally got up?
No, I finished making out with the girl. I just said that. You finish making out with her, but you keep it at that. You make out, you let it get hot and heavy, but you go wash your hands when you get done.
Yeah.
I mean, you already got your fingers in it. You might as well go ahead and let her have a good time with it. You finish making out with her, but then, hey, man, I got to go. I got to work early in the morning. I just remembered. So you dip out.
I like to share a short little fingering story with you, if I may.
Sure. Shoot.
I was at a party one time, and it was in the neighborhood that I used to live in, and there was this girl there, and this girl, her and I have some history. She was underage when I met her. She was pretty much a little kid, and I watched her grow into this hot little chick. I mean, she was probably...
Yeah, Frank, we'll edit that part out.
No, listen.
Way to go, Frank. Good job.
I don't get down like that. She was probably 10 or 11 when I met her. Now, I didn't meet her. She lived in the neighborhood that I lived in. And there were big kids that hung out together, and there were little kids that hung out together. The little kids would ride their bikes up and down and all that while we were smoking blunts and drinking 40s and whatnot.
Can we get to the part where she's legal?
Yeah, I'm fixing to.
Okay.
So when she turned about 16, I think it was. As she was getting older, she'd wander over there to the big kid area, you know what I mean, and smoke cigarettes. You know how all little kids go through the phase. They'll start smoking cigarettes or whatever. And then when she turned 16, she started flirting with me, and she was cute. She was a cute little kid. And she kept flirting with me, and one day I don't know how it started, but we had a conversation where I had to tell her, listen, you are 16 years old. I'm like 20, I think I was 21. I said, you hit me up when you turn 18. So sure enough, dude, 2 years later, she turned 18 and some change. Like, I'm not a creepy perv that knocked on the door at 5 o'clock in the morning on her birthday.
Hey, yo, it's Samantha Hall.
Yeah.
It's her birthday, ain't it?
Yeah, I just wanted to say happy birthday to her real quick.
Yeah, I got a present for her out here in the car.
Yeah. But for real though, that's, any men that are listening, don't be that creepy, fucking disgusting motherfucker fucking with little kids. Anyway, sorry about that. I was just a
Here
little.
first. You heard it here first. Public service announcement from Paycheck. Do
Yeah.
not be fucking around with little kids.
Yeah, that's disgusting. And it fucking anyway, but I don't want to get caught up in that. Anyway, she turned 18. She was maybe even 19 to be honest with you by the time, but it finally happened, and she turned out to be a great person. I know her still to this day. She's a mom. She's got a great family and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
But
let's finger her real quick. Tell us about it.
yeah. So one time I was at a party and she happened to be there,
Uh-huh.
and I had a beer. We were drinking bottled beer. So I was walking around with my bottled beer.
Okay.
Huh?
I don't know why that was relevant, but okay.
I'm fixing to tell you why it's relevant.
Okay.
So her and I end up, flirting, in one of the rooms in the house at the party, and we end up going out in the backyard. Or no, we went to my house. I had a broke down car in the backyard, so we went out in the backyard, just leaned up against the car, making out, whatever. And we really didn't have enough time to do anything. My finger banged her a little bit, and I think she went down on me.
Whoa. Finger bang? Frank, can we say finger bang? That is so PC, dude. That is so politically incorrect.
Yeah,
You can't just say finger bang like that.
Well, some people would say that that's inappropriate, right?
Finger bang? Yeah, I would say finger bang is inappropriate.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, this is an inappropriate comedy podcast, so we're on the right foot here.
That is. I'm just making sure that part of it is allowed. You
So-
are hot tonight, Frank. You are doing a good job. Way to go. CWPR needs to give you a raise, Frank.
Whoa. Slow down, okay? We need some new equipment. You know what I mean? Slow down. Hey, never skip what Red just said, Frank. Okay? You'll be up for your 90-day evaluation shortly. So anyway, I'm at the party, or I dip out to my backyard, and I finger banged. It was just foreplay shit, She went down on me or whatever, and I finger banged her or whatever. So I get back to the party, and dude, I can smell this chick on my fingers. It is horrible. It is so horrible that I stuck my fingers in my beer, trying to get the beer smell. Like this wasn't somebody's mom and dad's house that I went to the party. These were like 19, 20-year-old kids with that have their, so they didn't have like soap in the bathroom. They didn't have like paper towel. They didn't have it was young kids who got their first place, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like I could just go to the bathroom and wash my hands, you know what I mean? So I stuck my fingers in my beer to try to mask the smell. It was so fucking bad, dude.
Wait a minute. The logic in that doesn't even make any sense.
Wow.
First of all, you mean to tell me you walking around a party amongst all your friends with your finger just stuck in your beer? I mean, how would you pulling that off? I'm trying to figure that part out.
Well, no,
Bottle beer, right? I could see maybe if it was in a Dixie cup or something, but it was a bottle, right?
Yeah. So what you do? No, first of all, you don't do it to where everybody can see. You try to be discreet about it. I mean,
how are you discreet about sticking your finger in the neck of your bottled beer, trying to slosh it around and get some beer on it so it don't smell like stinky pussy?
No, what you do is you ever drink a Corona with lime?
And number two, you smell it on your fingers. Okay, it's not a pleasant smell, correct?
Right.
Okay, so you putting it in the neck of your beer, walling around where your mouth's getting ready to go.
No, I stopped drinking it at that point.
You wasted a beer so you wouldn't smell.
Yeah, pretty. But here's why. So when I get back to the party,
Wait, hold on, Frank. Google party beer spilling etiquette, party fouls. There's got to be a party foul rule on that. You can't waste a beer. I don't know, man.
Well, the problem is that as I was walking around, socializing and everything. So when you have a beer, you don't hold it down by your side. You hold it up here around your chest. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I could. It was so bad that I could smell it, and it wasn't like I caught a whiff here and there. Just me holding my beer around my chest area, and taking sips on it. I could smell it. So I worried that because I'm socializing with other females and, my friends or whatever. So I worried that they could smell it. So I would discreetly stick one finger at a time in the beer, and I would turn it upside down like you would do when you put a lime in a Corona. You just plug your finger in there and tip it upside down.
No, dude, I stick my thumb over the hole and just turn it upside. I don't stick my whole finger in it.
I know that, but I'm saying that
You're just
I
a weird
wasn't.
dude. You're just a weird dude at the party with your fingers in your beer bottle. That's
Yeah,
all.
with the beer bottle upside down.
Yeah, there's no way to tiptoe around that. Okay.
Yeah, dude. As I'm walking, dude, there's a living room, a dining room. There's outside. People are out on the front porch.
What's
People
going
are
on?
out.
All right, Al.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
No, it's like that.
Yeah.
Finger straight up with a beer on top of it. Yeah.
All
It's
right,
like
now point at it with your beer bottle thing.
yeah. It's like a finger
How you
extension.
doing? All right. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah. It's like a finger extension.
Yeah. So that brings me to another point. After you get past that part and she passes the smell test, you got to worry about pH balance and taste, man. Because the next step after you finger a girl in the foreplay rule book is oral sex.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact,
According to every porno that I watched when I was a teenager growing up,
and as an adult, as an adult, don't play like you don't watch pornography.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like pornos had a plot back in the day. There was steps in order to get to the pussy part.
Yeah.
You had to finger, you had to eat some pussy and suck a dick, and then you got to fuck. So there's steps. So after you finger a little while and she passes the smell test, the next step is oral. So pH balance and taste is very, very important.
And what's weird is that, and this is for all the females that don't know, I'm sure a majority of them do, but what you eat and what you drink has a lot to do with the taste and smell of the vagina, even a guy's semen. You know, if a woman's going down on a guy and she enjoys, for you to nut in the mouth, you know what I mean? And if you're eating fast food, the look on your face when I said nut in the mouth.
If you're eating cheeseburgers, it ain't gonna be very good.
Yeah, if you eat a lot of fast food and a lot of Mountain Dews and sodas and shit, then it will be a lot different than if you were on a healthy diet. You know what I mean? I'm not saying. Well, yeah, I guess I am. One would taste better than the other, really.
So what we're saying, ladies, is eat lots of fruit.
Well, yeah. Listen, I was with a woman one time.
Lots of tasty things.
We spent the whole weekend together, and at no point, there was times where we would spend hours in the bed and not even get up to take showers or anything. I mean, we took showers eventually, but we're talking about hours of just fooling around in the bed, smoking cigarettes or bowl hit in between, just chilling. And at no point did she ever have a rough smell to her. Like it was pure and fresh the whole fucking time. And I couldn't believe it. Like I remember thinking, wow, this is crazy. So I asked her, I was like, yo, how is it that we've been laying here having fun for hours and you still have this fresh smell to you? And she told me flat out, she was like, it's your diet and your exercise, and if you take care of yourself.
Do you prefer a perfumed, all gussied up, dolled up, dressed up, wrapped up in a bow vagina? Or do you like the natural smell that the woman gives off naturally?
No, I prefer the fresh out of the shower. That's what I prefer.
So that would be clean and
yeah. Like I'm a majority of the time I don't go down if we're not fresh out the shower. But that's one of the benefits of being an adult. You have hotel rooms, and if you're a grown ass man, got your own crib. You know what I mean? That's part of the foreplay process, is taking showers together. That used to be my move. We'd kiss, and she might be just as pleasant as she could be down there, but I still want to take a shower. So we go in there and take a shower, and then it's all nice and clean, ready to go.
you polish up the butthole and get it ready for action, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoy, a finger. Just I'm only at the first knuckle. You know what I mean? So manscaping is a must.
About her, actually. You walked right into that.
No, I have there's no shame in my game. But yeah, her as well. And there's a move to where you can kind of clean it yourself. Huh?
A move?
Yeah, like you when you're in the shower together, you're kissing and you're continuing the foreplay in the shower, and you get the soap and you lather her up and you can clean it yourself. You know, you can make sure, all hands on deck here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And where you can make sure that everything's top notch and clean.
Yeah, you incorporate washing that thing up with the foreplay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
this brings us to my next talking point about this is do chicks really dig it? I mean, do chicks really like being fingered? Because I've known some chicks that they've told me flat out, no, that really don't do anything for me. I prefer a cock. I mean, your little ass skinny little finger ain't gonna do nothing for me. I mean, I'm sure they enjoy the clitoral massage, but most chicks that I've come across, not most, but some that I've had this conversation with or been in this situation have said that it really does nothing for them. So I mean, they're not against it, but it's not a big deal to them. Like nobody's gonna say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You didn't even finger me." Like you're
the pornos say you have to. It's part of the ritual.
yeah, like you're gonna get inside of me and you ain't even finger banged me. I don't think so, sir.
I mean, I've been with a few girls, and most of them not. I mean, they don't ask for it, but they don't turn it down.
Oh yeah, I've never had anybody say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing?"
No, sir, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Cocks only, please.
Yeah, let me see your fingernail, sir.
Let's check your cuticle area first.
Cuticle area. You funny, bro. You funny.
I try to be.
All right. Well, there it is. There's fingering. The do's and don'ts, the ups and downs, the ins and outs. No pun intended.
Dude, smell my finger. Smell my finger, dude.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out. We would like to add a little. We'd like to pat ourselves on the back for just a minute. We now have 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So,
hey, party hats and confetti.
Yeah, and fingering.
And fingering.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. For real. That's a milestone for us. So we appreciate all 100 of y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate it. More to come. If you're listening to this in a podcast forum, you can also check us out on YouTube. Paycheck and Red. That's where it's at.
Every one of these episodes are in video form on YouTube. If you are listening to this and you haven't went to YouTube and subscribed to our channel, how about go check it out right now? Pause the podcast or stop it because it's pretty much over and go subscribe to us on YouTube. The Paycheck and Podcast.
Say that one more time.
The Paycheck and Red Podcast.
The Paycheck and Red podcast.
The Paycheck and Red Podcast.
Yeah, and if you're listening to us and you're not sure what we look like, but you want to know what we look like, the first couple of seasons we did video and audio, and then we just switched it to just audio. But there are some fun pictures on there as you're listening on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So go check it out, and everybody on our in the Twitterverse. We also have a Twitter account, and that's at Paycheck and Red Podcast.
Yes, no, just Paycheck and Red.
Paycheck and Red. Yeah, we're kind of a big deal now. Okay, we are the bee's knees.
We're a household name.
We are.
Go ask your father who Paycheck and Red are, and they will tell you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're famous in Bangladesh.
We don't care who listens.
Whoa. Speak for yourself. I care who listens. I want people to listen.
We don't care who listens. We don't care how old you are. We don't care who listens.
Oh no, but I'm sure this is at least 15 to 80 the age group, because we are kind of childish.
That we are, but I don't care if an 8-year-old listens.
Whoa, well
they know who Paycheck and Red are. That's one more person that knows who Paycheck and Red are. I want to put Paycheck and Red in the houses of everybody in the world.
Yeah, we want everybody gathered up around one set of earbuds. Just fucking listen to Paycheck and Red.
That is a huge set of earbuds.
Yeah. Well, we talk about it. so you don't have to.
That's right.
And there it is. That's all the time we had tonight. See ya.
Later.
You've been listening to the Conversations with Paycheck and Red podcast. Check out Paycheck and Red on Facebook at Paycheck and Red, Instagram at Paycheck and Red podcast, and Twitter at Paycheck and Red. And don't forget, paycheckandred.com, where you can buy merch, you can subscribe to the podcast, and you can listen to the podcast.